question I have for you, I really like the way you set up the scrimmage today as far as both quarterbacks, everyone getting a look at the same, kind of an offensive versus defensive format.
Yeah, it's a little bit, it's a fun way to do it, really. I don't know what the scoring will be. You know, it could be like 145 to 14. I don't know what it's going to end up. Who knows? But it's an interesting way to do it. And what we need to do is build a little bit of continuity. And so when we sat down and we said, okay, what's the best way to do that? The best thing for us to do was to try to play the guys that are going to be playing together in the fall together as much as possible. And split the teams up evenly. It's hard to do that. So it does mess up your scoring a little bit and make it kind of a string of scoring game, but at the same time it gives defensive and offensive players both a chance to play next to the guys they're going to be playing with primarily in that small play. And we felt like it was important to try to create that continuity, because so much of football is playing next to a guy that you can depend on. You know he's going to be in the right place at the right time and doing his job. And so we hate to waste an opportunity to improve that.
You know, you look at the offense, and certainly that's what every question everybody wants to know. It seems like I always want to know a percentage of where the offense is, and we'll talk to Coach Franklin in just a little bit, but really excited about the offensive philosophy that's now going to be in Ruston, Louisiana.
Yeah, I think it's, the good thing I like about this style of play is it's proven. I think if you go back and you look, you go back and you look at Hal Mummy, really, all the way back as high school coach, and then as a small college coach at Iowa State. You look at all the different guys that have kind of taken his system and put their own spin on it. I think it's been successful for everybody. I did the same thing. I went to Arizona, took Mike Leach's and Hal Mummy's system and adapted it to fit our players and our situation. And Tony Franklin has done the same thing at many different places and been successful. And I think it all comes down to a shared idea that football is about execution, being able to do things and hang your hat on something, to be able to do something well. And I think that's the first thing you have to be able to do to have any kind of success on football. You got to have 3 or 4 plays that you can run no matter what. Your players can run with their eyes closed and their sleep. And you got to be able to execute those plays. When you can do that, the game becomes really an easy game. And what I like, what Tony does, is he mixes that style of play with a fast tempo. I've never been a place where we've done it as fast as I think that puts a tremendous amount of strain on the defense, because they're having to react to different formations and different personnel groupings and all those types of things, and they have to do it fast. They got to be able to line up fast. You learn how to play in rhythm, and really offensive football is a little bit like playing golf. You get into a rhythm a little bit and start playing your arms and separate offense. And so what we're trying to do is establish a rhythm and be able to get good at something, and that's kind of the process we're going through this spring.
Well, Coach, talk a little bit about the skill positions and how they're progressing at quarterback, running back, and wide receiver.
Well, the position everybody asks about is the quarterback position, and when we got here, Steven Imschminger was a guy that had kind of fallen a little bit off the depth chart. Actually, when I walked into the room, he was listed, I think, as the 4th string tight end, and he was a guy that Tony and I were both familiar with. We saw him play, in high school, and both of us had an interest in recruiting him, but he ended up going to Auburn and then coming here and all that kind of stuff. But he's been a real pleasant surprise. He's been a guy that I think has seen that he's getting a second chance. A new coaching staff. Nobody really cares what's happened in the past. And so I think he's made the most of that opportunity. He's a guy that has a lot of talent. He's got a strong arm. Throws the ball extremely well. He's got to just continue to work on footwork. I think that's the thing with quarterbacks. It always comes down to that footwork. He's got to get better at his footwork. Probably needs to get in a little bit better shape this summer. That'll help his footwork. And then, Ross Jenkins has been a guy that has had a lot of success around here. Missed about a week and a half of practice, but really coming on and starting to get more comfortable as of late. And you can see why he's been a starter and had some success. I think the players really like him. I think they believe in him. I think he's a guy that is really adapting to what we're doing offensively more and more every day. And somebody I feel good about. And then we've got 2 good young quarterbacks that are coming on as well. I feel good about their future. And they're making progress.